all great ideas that come from people like you that are sitting in the audience. So now the meat of the presentations comes up when we get into the unconference, and that means it's time for Jason to talk about it.
Thank you, Lori. Your official MC duties are over. You can sigh relief. Okay. Please give Lori a round of applause. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so this is where things get really interesting. How many of you have never done an unconference before? Most of you. That's not surprising, but this is where it's going to get really fun. I describe this as organized chaos. But after you go through the process, you'll understand it, and you're going to want to apply it to all the things. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with pitches. And I mentioned earlier that we have these pitch papers. There's some tables at the back, and they're along there. There's some markers. You'll get 30 seconds to kind of come up and say the title of your quote session or what you want, your discussion that you want to talk about. Give it maybe a little bit of commentary. Ian, our friend Ian from Code for Carry, is going to be sitting up right here with a 30-second timer. And when you hit 30 seconds, we're going to start clap. If you hit 30 seconds, we're going to start kindly clapping, and so that we can move on to the next person, because we do have to stay on schedule. So what I would like to do, and then what we're going to do is we're going to ask you to put your completed form without voting on the tables in the back. And when we're done with the pitches, we're going to line up, and you can vote on your way out as we go to lunch. And I have some lunch announcements in a few minutes. The taco bar is smelling really good, by the way. And so once we get all the votes in, while you're eating, the organizers, we're going to look and see what sessions are popular, and we're going to organize the afternoon. So we have about room for 20 sessions or so. They're going to last 45 minutes to 50 minutes or so. So we'll change every hour. So at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 4 o'clock, we'll switch over to different sessions. And we'll have what we call the grid somewhere. I don't know. Where's Leo? Where are we going to do the grid? Are we going to do it here or in the hallway? We're going to do it in the hallway. This is, it's not very organized, right? All right, so I'm going to give an example of what a good pitch is. I won't need the timer, Ian, for this, but okay. So hi, my name is Jason. This is my awesome pitch, and I want to talk about how to use open data for emergency response. Boom, that's my pitch. You would also kind of be a little bit responsible to lead your session. So you don't have to take control, but it can maybe just give us a description of what you want to talk to when you get in the room, and then take notes, meet people, and make action happen. All right, another example of a pitch. Hi, my name is Jason, and I want to talk about how to start a brigade where I live. Boom. See, that was easy. So a couple other things. Hopefully you have some discussions about things that you've heard today. That's why we bring in the speakers. That's why we bring in the different topics. This is really kind of your forum. So if you have an itching need for your community, come up and do a pitch. The biggest thing I hear when I do unconferences is that at the end of the day, someone goes, oh, I had an idea and I didn't pitch it. So the worst thing that can happen is no one votes on your session, and that's okay. The best thing that can happen is that there's one other person here that wants to have that same conversation with you, and that's that's the magic of the unconference. So what else do I have? So this is, are there any questions that I could address as we go through this process? Who's ready to do a pitch? You have a question? There is not a limit on ideas. However, there is a physical limit on space. So if you pitch more than 4 ideas, and they all get voted on, you only get 4 because we only have 4 hours to work with. And then when we do the voting, we'll basically have markers. We're going to use the honesty system. You get 4 votes. You can stack them if you want. If you want a session really bad, you can put all 5 on one session. If you want to spread them out, you can do that as well. 4. I'm giving an extra one. I'm feeling nice today. 5 votes, because maybe they want a little extra somewhere. Cool. So if you some of you have your papers ready, if you could come start lining up along here. And for those of you who don't have the paper ready, go to the back and start filling out a form. And we'll start in about a minute or so.
Can I start?